Good morning. I'm meteorologist Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. We have a sneaky little tropical system that developed in the early hours this morning. At 5 o'clock, the National Hurricane Center named Tropical Storm Colin just on the South Carolina coastline. Colin showed up yesterday as a swirl of low clouds, no big thunderstorms around it. But overnight, those thunderstorms have created a closed circulation, and we now have a tropical storm with 40-mile-per-hour winds. Colin is moving to the northeast and will be impacting northeastern South Carolina and extreme eastern North Carolina during the 4th of July weekend to exit the coastline during the evening Sunday into early hours of Monday. So it's not a fast mover, but I want to show you what it looks like. This is the cone of uncertainty forecast. You can see that the storm is expected to move over eastern North Carolina and be around Duck, North Carolina, around 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. This storm developed rather rapidly. As a matter of fact, I gave a recent presentation to the Washington Climate Council about some of the challenges that we're seeing along the coastline. For hurricanes, we're seeing increasing sea surface temperatures. That means higher than average sea surface temperatures, and that's providing high octane fuel basically to power these rapidly intensifying storms. So, one of the big challenges that NOAA is seeing within the Hurricane Research Division, the National Hurricane Center, is that we have rapidly intensifying hurricanes at times when people are asleep, or we have hurricanes that rapidly intensify very close to the coastline. One other scenario is that a system develops basically out of a low-level swirl and develops into a tropical storm or a hurricane very close to the coastline. This is what is very challenging to emergency managers and responders when they go to bed thinking nothing is out there and they wake up and there's a tropical system on their doorstep. So tropical cyclones that intensify rapidly, actually jumping from category 1 to a category 4 or a category 5 in just a day or two, are the most difficult to forecast. That's why we need more observations along the coastline and in the oceans so we can provide more trusted data as input into these numerical weather prediction models, because forecasting errors are what we're trying to minimize so we can have very effective coastal evacuations and have those evacuation areas as narrow as possible so we don't have to inconvenience more and more citizens. That's the goal with improving hurricane intensity forecast. And those indeed are challenges that we're seeing. So let me back out a little bit and show you the satellite picture of Colin. Just looks like a not really an organized area of showers or thunderstorms, but it does have a low level circulation, and winds have been measured above 40 miles per hour. So that makes it a tropical storm. And you can see it on the GOES satellite picture. Let me take you a little bit closer to the sandwich product from GOES. This allows us to combine multiple wavelengths, multiple channels from the satellite, and we can see where the storms are bubbling up. In the beginning, that's infrared, but as the sun rises, we get to add visible imagery to this picture, and you can see those bubbling storms that are off the coastline. So the heaviest storms right now are off the coast and are expected primarily to remain off the coast as the system moves to the north and east. And so essentially, the heaviest weather is over the Gulf Stream, but tropical storm force winds will be impacting immediate coastal areas. That means higher than normal tides, and it also means we'll see rip currents. And so those rip currents could be persisting throughout the July 4th weekend in eastern South Carolina and coastal North Carolina, all the way up to Virginia Beach and even to the Maryland, Delaware beaches as this system exits on the night during the night Sunday into early Monday morning. So we'll certainly keep you posted. This is a phase 2 update from the All Hazards Consortium's playbook for response and monitoring of tropical activity. However, I have to stress that the impacts from this storm are going to be minor to critical infrastructure. So minor impacts are expected. However, the system is impacting land, so that makes this a phase 2 update, and also means that we don't always have to go from phase 0 to phase 1 to phase 2. We don't always know when systems are going to develop rapidly along the coastline. That is one of the challenges that I mentioned earlier in this video with rapidly developing systems. So we'll be keeping you posted on this from GeoCollaborate's perspective. There's the forecast. Some good news about this system moving through eastern North Carolina. I also have displayed the drought index, and you can see that there is a drought being experienced in in parts of eastern North Carolina, and so some of that rainfall will be welcome rainfall. But there is a chance of potential localized flooding because of any storms that would come on shore from this storm. So we'll keep you posted. Thanks so much for watching this update on this Saturday morning, July 2nd. I'm meteorologist Dave Jones for the All Hazards Consortium and the Sensitive Information Sharing Environment. You can keep watching for updates through the dashboard, and we'll keep giving them to you throughout the tropical season. Thanks so much for watching. Be safe this weekend, and have a great 4th of July.